Listen to me very carefully right now. I need everyone in the chat. I need everyone watching this on replay to stop what you're doing, put down the phone, close the other tabs, because what I'm about to tell you is going to change the wrestling business forever. We are on the road to WrestleMania. Remember to like, hype, click the bell, subscribe, turn on all notifications. It's so crucial to become a channel member today. I told you so. Go back and watch the videos from December. Go back and watch the videos from January. I sat and I stood right here, right on this very ground, right on this very stage. And I told you that the Netflix deal, there would have been a little bit of unsatisfaction. It was going to be a little bit bumpy. It was going to be a little bit rough. The terrain wasn't going to be so smooth. I told you that there was going to be heat backstage. I told you that USA Network was not going to go down without a fight because they lost Monday Night Raw, even though they just have SmackDown as a backup. And what happened? What did you see on the thumbnail of the video? You saw the word void. You saw the word dead. And all the marks, all the dirt sheet writers, Dave, Brian, all the guys who think they know the business, they laughed at Sean's View Entertainment. They said, oh, it's clickbait. All my haters, all my detractors, all the skeptics, all the trolls. Oh, Sean is exaggerating. He doesn't know what he's saying. He doesn't know what he's doing. Look at me, bro. Look at me. Does it look like I'm laughing? Does it look like I'm exaggerating? We are talking about a Supreme Court ruling, according to the gossip, the rumors online, that has effectively, that could definitely effectively shift or kill the biggest contract in the history of sports and entertainment. I got a text message at about 2 a.m. this morning, and I'm not going to say who this was from, but let's just say he works very closely with Triple H, according to those in the know. And he said 3 words to me, just 3 words. It is over. I didn't sleep, bro. I couldn't sleep because I know what this means. This isn't just about where you watch Raw. This isn't just about streaming. This is about the survival of the WWE as we know it, with WrestleMania right around the corner. We just had the Royal Rumble 2026. You think I'm hyping this up? You think that this is a work, bro? When the federal government is involved, listen, the WWE knows all about the federal government. The WWE knows all about a courtroom. The WWE knows all about fighting against the system, fighting against greed. The WWE knows what it's like to have courts breathing down their backs. It ain't a work. This is a shoot, bro. This is as real as it is going to get, according to the rumors and the gossip online. So let's break this down, viewers. Let's get into the rhetoric, so to speak, because nobody else has the guts to talk about this. Nobody has the guts to bring it up. Everybody is scared of losing their media passes. Sean's View Entertainment doesn't care about media passes. I care about giving you the rumors, the gossip, the speculation, the truth, somewhere in between. Here is the situation. You have a contract with the USA Network between SmackDown and the WWE. We all know WWE Raw and USA Network, well, that's gone. That's canceled. That's done. But it's still a legacy contract. It goes back 30 years. Buried in that contract on page 405, probably paragraph B, section 4, there could be a clause, an exclusive clause, and you now know what it says. You know what it says? It says WWE cannot, and I repeat, cannot broadcast their flagship show on a platform that did not exist when the original contract was signed. Bro, think about it. Think about the legality of that. Netflix didn't exist in the 1993. Oh, no. Streamers didn't exist. So the lawyers at USA Network, the suits, the pencil pushers, they found the loophole and they waited. They waited until the very last second. They waited until Triple H poured the champagne. They waited until The Rock came back. And then, boom, dropped the gravel. The judge ruled. The ideal is void. It's null. It's invalid. That means, technically speaking, if WWE goes on air, they are breaking the law. They are pirating their own show. Can you imagine the panic in Stanford right now? Can you imagine Triple H's blood pressure? Bro, my blood pressure is through the roof just thinking about it. I had to take extra medication today just to film this because this is absolutely insanity. We are already looking at a situation where the WWE could potentially go dark. Off the air, no SmackDown, no Raw, no NXT, black screen for the first time in 50 years. Not even COVID could stop the WWE because they got outsmarted by a piece of paper. How does that happen? How do you let that happen, viewers, fans, and subscribers? Now let's talk about the locker room, shall we? Let's talk about the boys, because I'm hearing things, bro. I'm hearing things that could make your hair stand up. And if I had a lot of here, it would be standing up right now. The talent is freaking out. They are walking on eggshells. You got guys like Roman Reigns, guys like Cody Rhodes. They are calling their agents. They are saying, if this deal is dead, am I getting paid? If we are on Netflix, where is the money coming from? No wonder that AJ Styles and John Cena retired. No wonder AJ Styles and John Cena and Goldberg are no longer with the WWE. This all makes perfect sense now. They saw the writing on the wall. They saw the detriment that the WWE was about to face. And this is absolutely titanic. This is major. And this is not what the WWE would want as masterful, okay? The talent is freaking out, walking on eggshells. If we aren't on Netflix, where is the money coming from? And where is Triple H? Where is the game? I'll tell you where he is. He's locked in his office. He's not answering his phone. He's throwing chairs, bro. He is losing his mind because he promised everybody a new era. He promised the TKO board billions of dollars, and now it's all gone. Oof, vanished, just like that. And don't think for 1 second that The Rock, who's on the board of WWE for the TKO, isn't involved in this. You think that The Rock didn't know? The Rock is on the board of directors, bro. Maybe, just maybe, this is a power play. Maybe this is The Rock trying to push Triple H out of the company. Think about it. Oh, Paul, you messed up the contract. You didn't read the fine print. Maybe you didn't fit. Maybe you aren't fit to read, bro. I'm telling you, this Game of Thrones stuff backstage. This is Game of Thrones backstage. And the writers are sitting there with blank pages. They wrote scripts for Netflix. They wrote edgy content. They wrote swearing. They wrote blood. And now USA Network is saying, nope, PG, family friendly, or we sue you for everything that you own. They have to rewrite 3 months of television in 24 hours. It is total chaos. So what happens next? What does this mean for you, the fans, the viewer? Well, we got a few scenarios we're going to run past you. And if you want more videos like this, like, comment, subscribe, hype up the video, donate below with a super thanks donation by clicking the little money sign, the little money symbol, and use your credit card. A super thanks donation in the comment section would go a long way in helping preserving this very show, because we are not going to slow down, not by a long shot. Scenario 1, ladies and gentlemen, goes like this, looks a little bit like this. WWE pays a ransom. That's what this is, bro. It's a hostage situation. USA Network is holding SmackDown hostage. They want more money. They want $1 billion to make this go away. Does TKO have the money? Yes. Do they want to pay it? Probably not. Scenario 2, they go rogue. This is the Vince Russo scenario. This is what I would do. You go on here anyway. You tell the judge to shove it. You put the show on YouTube. You put the show on Twitter. You make it outlaw TV. You say we are banned from television, bro. The ratings would be huge, but the lawsuits would be huger. And these corporate suits, they don't have the guts. They don't have the grapefruits. And scenario number 3, and we're going to lay this one out, and we're going to dedicate it to you. And this is the scariest one. The deal could actually be dead. Permanently, Netflix walks away. They say too much drama, we're out. And suddenly, WWE has no home. They are homeless, bro. Imagine Roman Reigns wrestling in a high school gym, because that's where we are headed if they don't fix this very quick and very soon. Again, if this is all true. I look at the landscape. I look at the road to WrestleMania. I look at the detours. I look at the curves. I look at the swerves, and I see disaster. I see Titan Towers crumbling. I see the legacy of Vince McMahon being destroyed by lawyers. It makes me sick, bro. It literally makes me sick to my damn stomach. So here is the bottom line. Here is the SeanzView Entertainment guarantee. The next 48 hours, the most critical hours in the history of this company. If you don't see a press release by midnight, if you don't see Triple H come out and apologize, then you know it very well could be the end. The writing could be on the wall. The WWE may have to go back to gymnasiums. I want you to mark my words, viewers. I want you to clip this video when Raw goes off the air abruptly or when the screen goes black. Don't say I didn't warn you. Don't say SeanzView Entertainment didn't have the scoop. I am the only one telling you the rumors, the news, the gossip, the speculation, the hearsay. Everything else you see or hear is a fantasy. I am selling you reality. And the reality is the contract is void, the deal is dead, and we are watching the Titanic sink in real time for the WWE. And it's not just this. It's not just this, viewers. It's the booking. It's the strategizing. It's the planning by the game Triple H. People have seen enough. They've heard enough. People are sick of Triple H's, his lack of creativeness. They're sick of the game. They're sick of Raw. They're sick of ESPN. They're sick of all these deals. You have to watch WWE on a variety of different platforms. It's too much money, it's too much work, and it's too much time. Let's go back to a time when it was Peacock and the USA Network. Remember that time? It was Peacock and the USA Network. That's all it was. Oh, and the WWE Network. But then TKO had to step in, and they had to ruin everything. They had to kill everything. They had to bludgeon everything. They had to make so it was. I don't know if I can say this word on YouTube. I'm getting beyond myself now. Um, they made it so, again, you're squeamish. They made it repulsive. TKO has made it. I hate to say this. TKO has made it unimaginable. They have made it inaffordable. It's absolutely extravagant what TKO has done. And TKO has raised the prices so much. And they have branched out WWE on so many platforms, so many apps. You got to pay all this money when it used to be $9.99. Remember $9.99? $9.99. Remember that? Now you're paying $15.99, $29.99, $30.99, $10.99, $11.99, $6.99, $7. You're paying all these different prices to watch the same company. Are you kidding me? The WWE is going to be rocked. They're going to be socked. Oh, business is soaring. The money's going up, right? There's an end. There is an end, ladies and gentlemen, where the fans are going to step up and where the fans are going to say, we have had enough. We are putting our foot down. Now, keep it locked here. Hit that subscribe button, because as soon as I get another text, as soon as I get another update, I am going live. I don't care if it's 4 in the morning. I don't care if I'm eating dinner. I don't care if I'm in the damn shower. I will be here. Have no fear for the brash and the brazen. Pray for WWE, bro, because they need it. They need a miracle. And right now, it looks like the devil is winning. This is Sean's Entertainment. The truth hurts, bro, but somebody has to say it. Somebody has to put it out there. Also, breaking news on Roman Reigns and CM Punk. World Heavyweight Champion CM Punk has opened up on what to expect out of his WrestleMania 42 rivalry with Roman Reigns, the challenger. According to the dirt sheets, the websites, and the newsletters, Roman Reigns wasted little time in making his decision on who he wants to face at WrestleMania 42. And we're going to waste little time getting into it. Roman likes to do cinema. I like to do pro wrestling, says CM Punk. I like to get dirty. I like bloody, gnarly fights. I like punching people in the face. I'm the guy that sticks the toothpaste back in the tube where everybody thinks they know what's going on behind the scenes. I'm the guy. I'm that guy. When I come across a guy like Roman Reigns, I'm going to get the best out of them. When I'm in the ring with people, they know that they cannot match me in the microphone. They cannot match me in that department. They've got to step up. And when I've got a microphone in my hand, they know that they've got to connect and correct and match that energy. I'm looking forward to a superstar versus superstar in the main event of WrestleMania and let the crowd boo or cheer and do whatever they want. I know it's going to be loud and it's going to be a show. Who do you want to see walk out of WrestleMania? The World Heavyweight Champion, Roman Reigns or CM Punk? Will it be the OTC or will it be the best in the world? And is this a matchup you want to see? Are you looking forward to it? Are you interested in it? Are you invested in it? Is this, and again, it has been confirmed, it's not going to be night one, which we all know is not the true main event. We all know the true main event of WrestleMania is night two, the closing match. The main event, the main attraction. Roman Reigns, CM Punk for the world title at WrestleMania will be the closing match that you see in Las Vegas come April. And believe me when I tell you, viewers, here on the Unapologetic Brash and Brazen, we level you up. We steamroll the competition. And yeah, we're still in transition. We're still trying to play catch up. All right? I get it. I get it. I get it. We're living some tough, rough times. We're facing an uphill challenge, an uphill battle. But I will stare it right in the face. 1 view, 1,000 views, 10,000 views. SeanzView Entertainment will light the fuse. SeanzView Entertainment will make sure that that fire will be my desire. Because I won't back down and I sure as hell won't quit. I will not submit to an algorithm that doesn't want to push me, that doesn't want to move me. But I'm going to shove it. And I'm going to shove it so far up the Rudy Boo Candy, you know what. This is Sean's View Entertainment. This is brash. This is unapologetic. Also, we got breaking news, a massive update on the future of the Royal Rumble. Now, I know you're probably saying, well, Sean, the Royal Rumble just went down. The Royal Rumble just happened. What's happening there? What's going on there? Well, I'm going to tell you what's going on with the Royal Rumble. The Royal Rumble is likely returning to domestic soil, the USA, after its historic detour to the Middle East. While WWE made waves by moving the iconic PLE to Saudi Arabia for the first time in 2026, the current word behind the scenes is that 2027 edition is heading back to a major U.S. stadium for the Royal Rumble. Are you in agreement? Do you think the Royal Rumble should come back to the USA for next year? Because that is exactly what it's looking like. And where should the Royal Rumble be? I still can't believe we're going to get a WrestleMania in Saudi Arabia next year. I still cannot believe. How is that going to look like? What's that going to feel like? Well, the fans are showing you what it's like. The fans have livened up. I will say that about Saudi Arabia. We may not agree with the WWE going there. We may not like the WWE going there. Hell, we may not even respect. But at least the fans aren't just like this. At least they're showing emotion. At least they're lively. At least they're chanting. At least they're cheering. At least they're booing. At least the fans are showing emotion in Saudi Arabia. Finally, ladies and gentlemen, that's what I got to say about that. But do you think that we're done? Oh no, we go exclusive. We go in depth. We give you the most emotion because that's what you expect here on Sean's View Entertainment, and we're gonna exemplify that right here. Breaking news as it concerns ratings. Breaking news as it concerns viewership, ladies and gentlemen. The WWE NXT viewership for February the 3rd sees a decrease despite Joe Hendry winning the WWE NXT title, and that has to sting. You can almost feel the bug bite. You can almost feel the infestation. Joe Hendry comes in, wins the NXT championship, is at the top of his game, is at the top of the mountain, but cannot secure the ratings and the viewership that NXT is ultimately looking for. Hey, there's a lot of competition. You got AEW, you got TNA, you got ROH, you got all these different things in the mix. And it's a hell of a lot. It's one whole hell of a lot. Ash by Elegance makes in-ring return with Breaking Bad cosplay during Impact last night. And what did you think about TNA Impact last night? What was your rating, your review? Remember, without you, there is no show and view. You guys are the foundation. What was the match of the night last night on TNA Impact? What was the moment of the night? What was your overall feelings about TNA Impact last night? Sound off in the comment section. Steve Maclin jumped Santana during TNA Impact after getting fired. See, that's the thing with these firing angles. It really doesn't work. It doesn't seem legitimate. It doesn't seem realistic because as soon as you're fired, you show up the next week on television or you show up a month later. You got to do things. Listen, I'm not saying never bring them back because obviously the fired stars are going to come back, right? But I'm saying you got to let it cook a little bit more. You know what I'm saying? You fired one week and you're back on TV the next week. It's a little bit too much. It's a little bit too soon in my estimation. But that's just what I'm putting out there, guys. That's just what I'm putting out there. TNA announces multiple matches for No Surrender 2026 pay-per-view. And that's another thing. I can't stand calling it PLE. It just doesn't sound right. It doesn't vibe right. It doesn't look right. It doesn't look natural. It doesn't look authentic. It doesn't look organic, bro. Now, the TNA pay-per-view, No Surrender, okay? Will there be no surrender for the blue brand of SmackDown on Friday nights on the USA Network if the courts get involved? Ariana Grace guilt tripped Santino Marella into a Knockouts title match during last night's Impact Wrestling. Also, breaking news. Huge updates on Mr. Kennedy. Kennedy! Mr. Anderson, Mr. Kennedy, whatever name you want to go by. Mr. Anderson crowned brand new JCW Lunacy Heavyweight Champion after Matt Cardona returned to the WWE. Absolutely. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Anderson is at the top of his game once again. Mr. Anderson holding championship gold. And I always felt like the WWE really missed out on a major opportunity with this guy. They really did. TNA parent company sues Gail Kim over whistleblower threat. AJ Styles may not be fully retired from pro wrestling following his exit from the WWE. That is a headline that is surfacing online right now, according to the dirt sheets, the websites, and the newsletters. Chris Jericho reveals original wrestling name, and you're going to have to read it to believe it. CM Punk reveals his secret promo creative process. And again, one of those stories that you're going to have to read to believe. Click the bell, subscribe, turn on all notifications. We're here to validate you. We're here to put an exclamation point at the end of the sentence, and we are here to reassure you that this is the brash brilliance of WWE News WWE Rumors, and we're going to catapult it like we have never catapulted it in my entire life. Even if you don't have a wife, it will suffice. Subscribe around the clock. We are not done. Plenty more to come multiple times a day in every single way. There is no divide. There is just the guide. Subscribe.